place where rugged cliffs rise up through the prairie, like the spiny skeletons of giant ancient creatures. Members of the Sioux were the first to name these formations. They called them Makosika, or land bad. Today, people travel to South Dakota's Badlands from around the world just to see these cliffs eroded out of the soft soil deposits on the prairie floor. Deposits laid down over 28 million years ago that are still being worn away by wind and water at an average rate of an inch a year, making it one of the fastest eroding landscapes on Earth. Flying over this strangely seductive but desolate landscape, it's easy to see why the Sioux called them what they did, and why French fur trappers who arrived here in the early 1800s noted that this part of what's now South Dakota was a bad land to travel through. But that didn't stop them from coming. In the early 19th century, beaver pelts were one of the world's hottest commodities. The dense fur of these animals was used to make felt, which was shaped into top hats that were all the rage in Europe at the time. Many trappers and traders came here hoping to get rich, and some succeeded. One even became the richest man in America. His name was John Jacob Astor. In 1828, he received permission to build a trading post here on the banks of the Missouri River. Astor's American Fur Company was soon open for business here at Fort Union. This is a reconstruction of the original fort, which was built to impress the native people Astor hoped to trade with. Over the next 4 decades, members of the Assiniboine, Crow, Blackfeet, and other tribes came to the post to trade with Astor's men. In a typical year, 25,000 buffalo hides and more than $100,000 in goods passed through the fort, a fortune in those days, and enough to help make John Jacob Astor America's first multimillionaire. Fur trappers and traders were the first real pioneers to establish roots in the Dakotas, and it wasn't long before others followed, curious to find out what the vast open spaces of the northern Great Plains had to offer.